back to me. Hi, how you doing, everybody? It is John Hess here, filmmakeriq.com. It is 1:30 here on the West Coast. Hey, Professor, says H. Mara. I should get my chat window going here. So I'm excited today because I plugged stuff in and it worked. Like you guys don't realize how pleasurable that is to just have stuff kind of work when you. I thought I'd be sitting here for all day trying to figure out this stuff, and it actually worked. It's amazing what happens when you spend like real money and not try to like be weird and do weird stuff with equipment that's not necessarily designed to do it. I'm trying to get my chat window up. That's why I'm trying to buy some time. As you can see, the bokeh is literally coming out of my head. What is going on here? Come on, chat window. There we go. Okay. View. 8 comments. My God, comments are streaming in. Hey, Zach, how you doing? Zach Schwartz is with us. Why does the studio audience leave after the intro? I don't know. I think they get bored. They're like, I need to do something else today. All right, cool. So let me tell you what I'm doing. Let me show you what I'm doing. And we'll do a little test with it. So, pull up my vMix here. All right. I am streaming to you from my office set here. I rebuilt my streaming computer, put it inside a rack mount, and now it's got wheels. So it's got wheels, and I can wheel it around anywhere where I want, instead of being in a computer case, which I had to go inside a bigger box I was always afraid it was going to break. So first, number one, getting a computer from a case to another case, you'd think, what could go wrong? Believe me, a lot can go wrong. All right, my main editing computer is still out of commission. I need to wait for the new motherboard to get here, so not going to happen. So moving it over, worked for first time, yay. Installed an NVMe 2 terabyte, worked first time, yay, awesome. All right, so I'm streaming from the camera, C200, SDI cable into the stream box down there, through the Blackmagic Decklink card, goes in the vMix. All good. That's how I usually stream from there straight to the YouTube. Today I'm doing something different. I'm sending that signal from the vMix into Caster, KASTR.com, to restream it to YouTube, not to Facebook. I mean, that's not terribly exciting. I agree. But what's really cool is I'm also using Caster. I bought myself a live view solo, and I'm broadcasting from live view solo from my reception office, my front office, through the internet, through Wi-Fi and cellular bonded, to the internet, to Caster, and I'm pulling the stream from that to bring it into vMix. So let's go to my reporter on the scene in my front office. Here's Trixie. Trixie, how are you doing? Oh my God. Trixie's not doing so hot. That's not good. Are you okay, Trixie? Trixie? I think she's been sitting there for way too long. Way too long. So that's what's cool. I'm pulling a stream from a live view. I'm sending it to Caster using what's called SRT, which gives you a latency of about 5 seconds. It's a 5-second latency. Then I'm pulling that stream down to my vMix, and I'm incorporating in my edit here, my live stream vMix, and I'm sending it back to Caster to send to YouTube. Why am I doing this? Because I have a big project coming up. I want to make sure it all works, and it's going to be a multicam situation. It's going to be a winter parade, and the idea is I'm going to have a cameraman or woman, doesn't matter. I'll have a camera person down 3 blocks away, which out of the range of the Hollyland wireless setup. So I need to be able to stream from anywhere. And the live view solo is the only way I figured out how to do it. And it's not cheap. Client's going to pay for a good chunk of it. I'm paying for this live view solo. I'm going to I'm not going to bill them for that, but I will bill them for the internet streaming costs. Let me pull you guys back up here, and then we'll do some more testing in a second here. There's Visa. Is 5-second latency considered live? It's live enough, considering. So where I got this idea was actually I was doing a press conference to the city of Lake Elsinore. We're doing a whole thing about poppies. And I noticed all the film crews had, and these are like the live television broadcast crews, they had these little pouches. And I'm like, what is that pouch that you're using there? And they're like, oh, this is a live view. It's like, we have satellite trucks. We have, but the satellite trucks are expensive as hell. You have to rent the satellite time. You have to bounce all the signal and all that crap. So instead of running satellite trucks, we use these little things called, these little, one of them was a live view, but they use another one. And that bounces the signal back from wherever they are in location when they're shooting to the station. The station records that signal, and then they at the station they can edit it and make a little news package out of it, and off you go. Bob's your uncle. That's a very unique use of that terminology. So I discovered it from live television, because like a satellite. I remember back in like 10 years ago watching KTTV, which is our Fox affiliate, and I used to like their morning show, which is Good Morning LA, Good Day LA, and it was. I remember Steve Edwards was the broadcaster, and he would say they would do like a satellite interview, like literally downtown, like it was like 5 miles away, and the delay on those interviews was so bad. You'd ask your question, and you have to wait like 5 seconds before you get the person hears it, and like it's bad. So yeah, 5 seconds, that's not terrible. Like if it was 30 seconds, it'd be a little more annoying. Like I remember we tried to do this back during COVID. Because the city manager assistant city manager had an idea, which didn't really work out. Was they were going to try to do, tell everybody in the city, hey, at 6 p.m. everyone turn on your Christmas lights right away, and then we're going to shoot from to the top of the mountain overlooking the city, and hopefully see everyone's lights turning on right at 6 p.m. It's sort of a show of unity during COVID. Like we're all apart, but we can be together by turning our lights at the same time. Well. The reality is there's a lot of lights in a city, and if you just turn your Christmas lights on, unless everyone's house is lit like Chevy Chase's house in Christmas Vacation, you're not going to see it from far away. It's going to be the effect is going to be very, very minimal. But anyhow, we had this gal, we put her, the crazy idea then was to have her Facebook's live it from the top of the mountain, which didn't have really good reception anyway. And we would capture the Facebook live stream in the cultural center, which we were at, which is City Hall, and then try to broadcast that. It did not work, and she was frozen. And she kind of got fed up because we couldn't talk to her. So she was like, "I'm done with this." So she shot some of the city and then said, "Screw it." So this is kind of the evolution, I guess, from that one failed botched stream. And last year we did a pretty substantial Winterfest parade stream, and this year will be even more epic because we're going to have more cameras and all that. And they want to submit it to get a golden mic or whatever award they always send it to. So that's the story with that. Have your clients ever demanded an unedited one-shot take? No, because my clients aren't that sophisticated. They don't even demand 4K. They just If you had to show the live content next to the live happening, will it matter for broadcast purposes? Should be fine. Yeah, exactly. So the stream is going to be so what I'm going to do, and this is the fun part of it too. So they're going to put me on the street corner, and they're going to, and I love dealing with their IT crowd. And I love dealing with their IT. Where is this thing? What am I clicking on? There you go. I love dealing with their IT department. Because they're like the cowboys of the city. They're like, yeah, you want us to drop a land from 400 yards away? Let's do it. They'll do it. So what they do, they have this narrow beam internet broadcast. So what they're currently doing is they have a bunch of cameras at the cultural center. The cultural center is about 4 blocks away from the city hall. All right, the cultural center is where they have their city council meetings. It's a room where they do a lot of meetings and stuff. And there's a lot of cameras on the streets, like security cameras and stuff like that. And it's all IP-based video. So they narrow beam it. They have a little system where they can basically aim like a satellite dish, and they bounce it across the roofs of different to get it back to City Hall. Instead of running a long cable, they just narrow cast it right all the way through. And so they're saying, okay, well, so for me to give me internet on that side of the street, they're going to put a thing on the roof and just beam me some internet connection. and then they say they'll work. And when they say it will work, I believe them, because they've multiple times they've shown that they can pull off some cool stuff. So yeah, we'll be on the corner. We'll be getting internet. I'm going to stream from vMix back to Caster, which is the SRT, and then from there, Caster will send it to Facebook, which is what they want to broadcast it on. However, they also want to go live on television. So they have a live hookup to the cable channels, which of course, no one under 70 watches, but hey, we can do it. So what we'll do is, in the cultural center is where we do the city council meetings, and there's a direct line feed to the cable. We just flip a switch, and whatever is being shown in the room goes to the internet. It goes to the cable company. Goes broadcast. So all we gotta do is open up Caster, maximize the screen on the stream, and watch the stream. So basically, the cable cast will be the broadcast of the internet cast. I don't know why to me this is just like nerdy fun. And this is why you watch me, for nerdy fun, right? This is what we do. Nerd fun. AV humor. AV nerds and computer nerds get together and we just nerd the hell out of here. Oh yeah. Yeah, they know what they're doing, so it'll work. Exactly. I trust them. There are certain people I don't trust. There are certain people that I do not trust. Like, you say you're going to get that. I don't know. So they're telling me that they want to start the parade by having parachuters jump out of a plane, land with a big giant American flag, and land on a street corner in darkness. I don't think that will happen. I don't believe that will happen. But I think the narrow banding stuff is pretty cool. Anyhow. I just transferred Petrosexual says, I just transferred 400 gigs of prawn to my main card and external card, and it seemed to have worked, just FYI. You're thinking too small. 400 gigabytes is nothing. Is Trixie considered live? No, she's not. Definitely not. So, anyhow, cables could go wrong. Well, yeah, cable, and we can't run cables because people are going to be trafficking over them. Boy, I'd like to see her subway breeze flutter her dress. Am I right, fellas? Exactly. All right, let's go back to Trixie. Let's get that off the screen. So here's my crazy test. All right, ready for this crazy test? I'm gonna go out and talk to Trixie. Hey, Trixie, how you doing? No, she's definitely gone. So I'm gonna go visit Trixie, and we'll take a little walk around my building, and we'll see how the cell phone cast works on that. Oh yeah, so here's the cost, unfortunately. Live View Solo is about $1,000. That $1,000 gets you the first version, HDMI version. I'd rather have the HDMI or SDI. You can't do both HDMI or SDI. You can do HDMI or SDI. And I opted for HDMI because all my cameras have HDMI. Not all my cameras have SDI. Okay, so I opted for that. It comes with two wireless adapters. So there's cellular wireless adapters, two of them, two bands. The idea is that, you can basically combine the two to get the best of both. All right, that's your outlay for the equipment. Now, to run the stream, Caster itself, in order to pull this off, I would need to get their standard model, which is like $40 a month. Luckily, all these monthly deals I can turn on and off. So my plan is to just have it run for just this month, for $40 just this month for Caster, and that's to do all the bouncing and the switching of the signals back and forth. I could do it cheaper. Do I value my time enough to try to figure all this stuff and learn how to do IP and RTM, SP, and SRT? No. Caster was like a one-stop shop for me. So that $40 a month, I already canceled it, so that way it'll be done by the end of the month, and I have 3 streams for the city coming up, so that'll take care of that. The big price, though, is the Live View Solo offers this the wireless packages, an all-in-one, and it is about $300 with taxes, like $312. I got a little discount because I was able to do a retailer coupon code, so I got like $300 and change. Right, that's a killer cost. I'll be honest, but if you think about it, so what that comes is unlimited internet streaming, unlimited, which is not a thing in the real world. In the real world, if you go to AT&T, say, I want to buy your unlimited plan for $99. Cool, okay. Your first 30 gigabytes are unlimited, then you start throttling you. Everybody does this. No one has truly unlimited internet. They always start capping you off at 30, and then they yank your connection down to nothing. That's obviously not a good thing for streaming. So you definitely want an unlimited protection. So the way I figure it is it's AT&T and Verizon. You get both unlimited, like you could start streaming the very first day, go all the way to the day 30, and not, just keep feeding signal, and it should. That's what they say. No problems, no whatsoever. So that's what I'm using. So that, and again, I do that monthly. It's $300 a month. If you buy the whole year, then it's like $250 a month, which I ain't doing that shit. Anyhow, so that's the cost overlay on all of that. All right, so let's give it a go. I'm not seeing more comments here. All right, am I still live? Let me make sure I'm still live. That didn't just die on me. Yeah, no, we're still live. Okay. Yep, I think I'm still live right here. All right, so I'm going to go talk to Trixie here, and we're going to grab that camera. We'll take a little walk around my building and see how that holds up. Don't dox me, people. So, Sniper Wolf, just go hide. I'm going to be here for a second. Here we go. Let me make sure my audio from that SRT is working. All right, so the audio is coming through on that, and we're going to merge with that. Be right back. Let's see how long it takes for that delay to go. It should be about 5 seconds. Actually, you hear it from. Whoops. That's not bad. Okay, so I can hear the delay. I'm gonna turn my audio off on my phone so I can just make sure that the stream is going. Whoa, it's zoomed in real close. You're gonna get a real good view of me. Wide shot. All right, here we go. All right, so hey, this is the dang. It's a close up. All right, St. Petersburg is beautiful. All right, so here we go. So I got it connected to I gotta grab the whole thing, don't I? All right. Here's the live view solo. Okay, so it's got an HDMI. These are the two cell phone pieces. So this is my front office. And there's Sniper Wolf in the bushes, so we'll tell her to just kind of beat it. Beat it. And we'll go out to the front here. Hey, Sniper Wolf. Alright. Ooh, we're bright. Let's put some ND filter on this sucker. Function. ND. Ooh, as we are on the surface of the sun, apparently. Jeez. ND, there we go. Alright, I'm shooting here with a Sony ZV-1. Oh, I gotta hold on to this thing right. Let me turn the aperture down a little bit, guys. I'm gonna operate the camera from the back. Let's see. Can I do the... There we go. ND on. Can I not adjust? Can I not adjust the aperture on here? Alright, well. Okay, you're going to have to live with, unfortunately, what we got here. This is exciting, isn't it, guys? Live streaming as I walk on the surface of the sun. This is super bright. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way to decrease the... Well, sorry guys, you're going to have to deal with a non-180 degree shutter rule here. So we're going to get some really finicky 1/60th of a shutter. I zoomed all the way out. Let's see. A little bit of an echo, or was that like a long time ago when I was like using my phone? All right, so I'm walking about. This is California on a Saturday in a business park. Oh, geez, zoomed in. zoom out. Other way. Carrying all my cables with me. Let's go in the shade. Okay, I'm definitely definitely not in the Wi-Fi zone anymore. And I'm using just cellular bondage at this point. Yeah, let's turn around so maybe face the other way and go a little bit brighter. All right, there we go. Yep, so here we are. This is my business park. There's my parking lot. And we can keep walking, I guess. And yeah, let's go for a walk to see what's going on out here. So my next door is a some sort of electronics manufacturing company, but they always have this parking lot. It's really this long parking lot that no one ever goes because it's like they just don't have that many people that work here anymore. Make sure I'm still live. Man, we're sending 7 megabits up. Pretty good. And I'm probably getting cancer from having all this thing near me. But there's this beautiful parking lot. So what happens is there's no one here. There's absolutely no one here. So what happens is a lot of people bring their cars, and they spend a lot of money on their cars, and they park them here and they take photos. It's the company's name is Opto22. Uh-oh, I just doxed myself. Anyhow, so we're gonna walk over here and show you this cool little parking lot that literally no one ever uses because I think everyone that works for that company works at home now. Check it out. So that's the little parking lot. Pretty cool. Pretty picturesque. Now they probably have like cameras and they just probably don't care that people do that. But it's pretty neat. Well, what do you say we walk back? Not that I'm against walking. Walking's good for you. Let me make sure my stream is still working. Let's check my phone. Could be not working at all. Let's find out. Nope, we're still working out. There's a lot of parking. Yeah, there's not parking at all. There's nobody here. It's Saturday. There's hardly anybody in my parking lot. So he's turned into one of them police auditors. Is that what I am? All right. I'm lost. What's the point of this demonstration? It's to test this equipment too. So I wanted to make sure that this is all working, because if I don't make sure it works and we shoot on the day, guess what? You're screwed. So everything needs to be tested 100% before we actually try it on the shoot. And the actual event is December 2nd. So I've got, well, this weekend is Thanksgiving weekend, so obviously nothing's happening. This following weekend, that is. And then the following week, that's it. And then the following week is the actual show. So this is really my last weekend to test it without being like a holiday weekend. So at least next week I do have some time to like replace equipment if I needed to. And otherwise, if I can, well, I'll tell you, I'm going on a little trip tomorrow. Take a couple days to just go on a little adventure, which we'll probably do another live stream test tomorrow to justify also the expensing it for business. But it's a good test to really test it in extreme places. And then, yeah, I can order anything I need to order next week and hopefully get it the following week. I've got some supplies I'm rented for the 2nd, so make sure that all works. I think it's probably good. I mean, I'm definitely no longer in the cell phone, the Wi-Fi range of my office. Sorry, you're going to deal with high shutter speed. It's interesting. I was at the college and they were renting out a camera to a student, and the aide was talking about how you need to have your shutter speed at 180. And I just had to force myself to it's a good enough rule to keep following. I'm not going to tell people you can't follow that rule, even though I am blatantly breaking it right now. Because why? Because I, for some reason, cannot adjust my aperture. I don't know why. I probably can figure it out if I wasn't streaming live and try to do 2 things at once. Chewing gum while walking, which apparently I'm not very good at. Industry rules that count for comment. Do I have a plan B? Not really. I mean, so this is it. So I mean, this is a special effects shot. So this is this is only for one camera, and I plan to have at least 3 or 4 other cameras going. So if this goes down, it goes down, you know. But yeah, there is no plan B other than this, you know. I guess the other plan B, if you had to scramble for a stream, we could always go on the cell phone and do a cell phone stream. Like go put the cell phone on mobile hotspot mode and stream from there. Thank you. I would like to thank Mr. Hess for deep diving the explanation of camera settings, which helped me a lot. It's great when you have a chance to get such. Thank you very much. Is this the street where Marty McFly lives on? Yes, it is. Yeah, he lives right down there next to Sniper Wolf. Hi, Junebug. How you doing? So essentially, this is the Livestream IRL method. I'm in the shade and you can't see me. Just like God intended. Why would you want to look at this ugly face? Let's go back to my office and we can literally compare side by side, like the actual delay. Because you know, I could have done this by myself in the privacy of my own office, but why not do it live on stream? If the goal is to stream this thing, why not do it live? Do it live! So we're walking and chatting, going back to my office while I'm carrying, so in my hand, a little overkill, the live stream box, but I also have the battery for I have an extra big old heavy battery for the ZVU, which I just had it connected, so we're leaving it like that. So we're walking back to the office. My glasses have gotten really dark. Does anyone else use transition lenses? You ever get a little bit worried when you're trying to judge exposure outside with transition glasses? I've discovered it's not really an issue. I thought it'd be more of an issue. It's not. Because what I end up doing, because I'm getting old, so I end up looking over my eyes like that. Anyway, so I'm always looking over my glasses. So, all right, here we are. I'm not gonna make more Sniper Wolf jokes because I feel like that's getting old. All right, now, while I'm here, let's turn off that ND filter. All right, ND filter off. Okay. Now I can bring our shutter speed to a reasonable range. And we're back. Alright, so you can see a little bit of my office. I can hear myself. And we're going into the darkness. I can hear myself. So that was a successful stream, I think. There's what I'm looking at over there. Alright, so here is nice. Hey! Now, you can see there's like 5-second delay as I still make my way back to the stream. There we go. Hey, let's see. Let's turn the audio off from this thing. Otherwise, it's going to be a long-ass echo. There we go. Was that? Oh, I see. There was an auto off. Gotcha. All right, I'm back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let's take a look. This did really well. I'm really impressed with the with how it worked. I think it didn't drop a beat or anything. So, come up to me. I can do a comparison. We can do a picture-in-picture if we want. Let's see, how are the stream comments here? This proves that John faked the moon landing. He sure did. I sure did. I wasn't even alive and I faked it. Alright, so let's do this. I'm going to do a new input, a new color, okay. And I'm going to put the two shots side by side. And that way we'll see which one, how bad the delay. We can literally tell side by side how bad the delay is. Okay, so there's that shot. Take the SRT shot over here. And then I'll crop these to zoom to 0.5. So I need to go, and after I'm done here, I'm going to go to get some Nashville hot chicken. And I'm going to go to Walmart, where I'm going to buy a brand new freaking wireless keyboard because this thing's not working. Hasn't been working it didn't work last stream. I hate this keyboard so much. So much pain and suffering. I hope you appreciate how much technology is working here. All right, here we go. All right, almost there. Ready? Check this out. Okay, here we go. In the magic of power of video, we go woo. Okay, so this is me live. That over there, that dude over there is delayed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 or 7. If I can count properly. That's not bad. I'll take that. Especially because so it'll be the start of the parade. So I have the guy at the starting line of the parade, and then they'll be broadcasting whatever signal they're feeding us. So it doesn't matter if it's 6 seconds delay, because by the time they actually walk all the way over to us, it'll be like 25 minutes. So it's cool. All right, back to me. There we go. All right, cool. That's working. I like it. My phone is going crazy. Let me turn my phone off the stream so I'm not wasting my connection. All right. That was my fun little test. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to leave this for the rest of the stream just to kind of like stress test it a little bit. Let's put it over there. You go there. So now you can pretend like you're watching the stream. You can pretend like you're shooting it too. So that way it's all interactive. It's exciting stuff. All right. What are your comments? What do you have to say for yourself, chat? All right. You have enough time delay for not to meet that guy even if he's in the same room. Exactly. I could have a conversation with myself. Don't do wireless stuff. Well, what choice do you have when you have to do it over 5 blocks? Everything else will be wired. Oh, you're talking about the wired keyboard? Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I probably shouldn't. I do want to have a wired keyboard as a backup. Like, I think I do have a wireless keyboard as a wired keyboard as a backup. But for honestly, the fact of the matter is, if I can do it without a wired, it's a lot better. It's a lot better because there's already look at this table already. There's just tons of wires everywhere. So if I can just get rid of one more wire, that would make my life a little bit better. I have to replace a keyboard every 3 months. I'm hard on them. My old partner used to throw keyboards out his window. He hated keyboards. No way in that optics shop again. Oh, wait. Oh, that's my pain. I mean glasses. Every time in the shop they say that lenses will be protected from scratches, but after 1 year careful treatment still. Yeah, me too. Like I started to just buy my keyboards on. I buy my glasses from the internet. Because, like, why am I paying way more money, like $100 more, to buy them in a store when I can just go online and just get whatever lens I want or whatever frames I want, and I end up buying, like I said, once every year. What do I think about tractor ball mounts? I've never gotten used to them, so I don't have any feeling for them either way. Logitech are good for wireless. Unfortunately, this is a Logitech. This is going to go in the trash here in a second. I think what it is, though, with the Logitech is I do have a line of sight issue because the keyboard is being blocked by a metal cage to the actual receiver, which is probably what's causing it. So I just wanted to get one, maybe a newer one that might help me out a little bit. Jazz are good for price, but they're best of the Chinese mechanical keyboard. I don't want a mechanical one. I want one that's like a quiet one. Because I don't want to click, 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 click. I don't want to hear any of that. I have a mechanical. I literally did take the keyboard on my main editing computer. It's kind of destroyed. I need to buy a new one for that one as well. Because when my computer was starting to go out on me, I just smashed the shit out of it. I was so pissed off at it. Did you know that Big Idea Productions used to render their cartoons at 30 frames a second, but then they switched, guess what, 24? Really? I don't know, Big Idea Productions? Which one is that? I know Kurtzagog does 60. All their stuff is still 60. Or is that... Big Idea Productions is an animation company. VeggieTales. Okay, VeggieTales peoples. Well, they might have been. They might have done 30 because it was television. Because television just is just. I'm guessing maybe it might have meant a little bit less, like as far as editing time when they convert from because if you convert 24 to 30 in the old days, it might have been more of a headache. Nowadays, it doesn't matter. So maybe that's why they started on 30. Why not go to 24? It saves rendering time. Totally. All right, let's go back to the comments. Where is the comments? Keep losing the tab. They did VHS tape. That's probably why, yeah. Get a Commodore 64 keyboard like Harold from the Red Green Show. There you go. I should do that. Tracker mouses are great for gaming. I'm just not used to them, so, you know. Line of sight is tight. Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, definitely would be an issue, I think. All right. I just wrapped a production that's a company that delivered 30 FPS. Apparently that's what the channel wants. Yeah, it's true. Like like all television channels are very strict about stuff like that, right? I did a show with, I didn't produce it, but I did a show for the Discovery Channel. It was ironic. So I got asked to help be an assistant graphic editor for a Discovery show, which was that Cal Fire show, season 1, Cal Fire. I worked on 2 or 3 episodes where I just designed some of the maps and stuff like that. And my God, like the Q quality control, QC folks, God, they see everything. They are nitpicky. So when you work for a network show, you're given like a little template and say, okay, this is where none of your graphics are allowed to go. And it's about half the screen. Like literally half the screen is like, you cannot go here. You cannot go here. You cannot put graphics can only go here if they're moving out of the way. But if they're like if you have a map, like with the names of the cities like that are on fire, like make sure that your name and the names of the city, when they go in the zone, they cannot be there. Why? Because that's where the network puts the identity, the little logo, their bug. It's safe areas, so they got very strict safe areas, and they're pretty conservative, so they go pretty far in. And then there's that one area they use for running those stupid ads on cable. Like I was watching cable at my mom's place back, my mom's helping home. And I was watching History Channel, and I didn't realize how obnoxiously obtrusive those ads had gotten. I was watching like Pawn Stars or something like that, and like half the screen is just like this one other ad, like here comes married at 12, and then they walk through this shot and they wave hi, I'm gonna watch the show on 12 o'clock. It's like half of the screen is dedicated to this damn thing. Oh, it's ridiculous. So yeah, so literally the only area you can put on your graphics are like a little L-shaped thing. And it was annoying. It was so annoying. And it was all shot 30 FPS, or it was 2997. So it was not 60i, it was 2997 wrapped, in 30 and all that stuff. Have your city ever have a pitch bidding contest, or they just decide to go with John Hess since they know what they're doing? So, yeah, I mean, technically, every time, all the work I've gotten from my cities is through word of mouth. Like, literally, hey, who does your videos for this city? Oh, John Hess does them. Okay, let me give him a call and see if he'll do work for my city. And that's literally how I do it. It's not really the word you're looking for is like a bidding process. And a lot of companies do, cities will do that. They'll put up for bids. What they'll do is they'll come to me and say, hey, I want you to work on a state of the city. What would you bid for this, and this, and I would submit a bid. And they decide whether or not to go with me. Like I've lost a couple. I think I lost one. My next neighboring city didn't go with me. I don't know why. Probably because I was too expensive or didn't have enough time or whatever. But so what happened? How I got my city, my hometown city, was because they saw some work that I did for Lake Elsinore, which I faked a guy jumping out of a plane, and that's how they. And it was the most low rent fake you could ever imagine. I just literally had him on the ground, somebody in a ladder with holding up a parachute, just like, and I was like, scream, yay! And then this is the close up, lamest thing. So yeah, so that's that. Have you ever gotten local recognition for business in your business for your video? Um, I've gotten a couple. So I got a couple local recognitions for Filmmaker IQ. That was kind of surprising. I did a recording for a concert for a symphony, and one of the symphony players recognized me as a film from Filmmaker IQ. Not so much for my video work because my face is in the video work. But one thing. I can tell a story. I did a stream about it, when it happened, I would say about 2 months ago. I did a video for the city in which I kind of showcased the city, and somebody was saying there's a Reddit post about how, like, hey guys, because there's controversy in the school district, because some of the district, the board members on the district are like, they're anti-woke, so they're trying to take down like some CRT stuff and some of the more egregious woke stuff. I don't know if I agree with what they're doing, because I think there may be a little bit too like, conservative. I'm not super conservative, so I'm not like just because it mentions gay people needs to go away. I don't know. They're still questionable. Anyhow, so some Reddit post was like, we need to stop being so blatantly homophobic. This city needs to be stopped being so blatantly homophobic. And then some other posters say, hey, did you see that video that they put out in the state of the city? It features this gay person. And then they say, oh my God, I watched that video. That video is so freaking gay. And I was like, wait a second. You're saying we need to stop being homophobic, and yet then you turn around and degrade my work as being gay. What is that? So yeah, I had to jump in, right? So I had to say, like, that's my video you're talking about. What are you talking about? It's gay. It's like, why are you saying it's gay when it's like, and you're literally in the same, in last breath you said, we need to stop being homophobic. And it's called this, whatever. So that's what I've been recognized. I feel like I don't get recognized at all. Only time I really get recognized is if I go to LA, certain parts of LA will recognize me. And then if I go to like Vegas for the convention, I'll get recognized there. But other than that, I'm just the ugly fat dude that walks around the town. Hooray for a 35mm film! Huzzah! How do you take down CRT stuff? Well, not the CRT as in cathode ray tube. Let's get that straight. But some of the more egregious, like critical race theory stuff, they want to kind of like get rid of some of that. Let's not teach kids that they're all evil. They should just die. That kind of thing. Like, white kids, you're not evil. Don't blame me for that. Another curious question: have you any attempts for cities or clients to just hire interns from film schools and pay them exposure? Yes. So a long time ago, I was asked to do some work for the city I work in, I live in, and they were talking about doing like a week. They wanted to do like a weekly show, like a weekly highlight of the town. And they were saying, hey, would I be involved? Like, would I take care of it? And then maybe we could have interns do the brunt of the work. At which at that time, Filmmaker IQ was like taking more of my time. So I said, I don't really want to do this. I just backed out. I didn't give them a reason. I was like, I didn't want to do it. They ended up doing it, and it's middling quality. The problem, though, and here's the reality: as someone that teaches college students and teaches students, you got to wade through a lot of shit before you find one person that can really is worth the time. It's really, so I think, and that somebody was asking why are old videographers, why are people that are in this business for a long time, why are they so grumpy? Why are they so crotchety and irritable all the time? And it's true. You get that sense that old people that have been around for a long time in the video business are like grouchy people. Just grouchy, especially when it comes to newbies. It's because the experienced people have to fix all the issues that these inexperienced people do. It's that they have to fix shooting at 60 frames a second. They have to fix that. They have to fix mixing 60 frames a second with 24 frames with 30 frames a second. They have to fix all these issues. or they fix bad sound, which is a very common one, right? That's what makes the experienced people really grouchy and irritating. Anyhow, but the whole reason I was talking about this was you asked. They talked to me a little bit, and they said, "Man, we would love to do something, but man, the equipment is just so expensive. The equipment for doing video is so expensive." And I told them, "No, the equipment is cheap. The people are expensive." The people are expensive. And that's absolutely true, as still true. It's true even at the highest level. It's the people that are expensive. The equipment's cheap in comparison. Did I see the Pandaverse? Yeah, of course I saw the Pandaverse. I'm confused though. Is South Park not on Paramount Plus? Like, is South Park on Warner's? What the hell is South Park supposed to be on? Because I got Paramount Plus to watch the Pandaverse, and I thought, oh, let me watch the new episode of South Park. It's not on Paramount Plus. I'm confused. I mean, I like Paramount Plus. It seems like a pretty good deal, so I'll probably keep it. But that's confusing. I did like the Pandaverse. Harlan Ellison was famous for ranting about people working for exposure. Does exposure put norms in the belly or the money in the bills? Nope. It's true. Now, Harlan Ellis, I agree. The thing is, though, Harlan Ellis would agree, I think. Well, I'm not going to put words over Harlan Ellis's mouth here, but I would think that Harlan Ellis might also say, hey, a lot of people aren't even ready to be paid for their work yet. Like, there's a lot of people that are doing video that shouldn't be paid because their skill levels are not payable yet. The necessarily working for exposure, and this is, I mean, Harlan Ellis was, I think they asked him to do like some sort of marketing for a movie, some commentary for a movie or something like that, and he's like, "You gonna pay me?" Like, no. Well, fuck you guys, which is fair enough. But like, if you're starting out and you have no experience to know how to deliver a project, you shouldn't be paid, because you're learning on this job, and they're taking a chance on you learning on this job. You shouldn't be paid. I don't know. I'm taking a hard stance on that, but there's a lot of people that it's like, no, you're not. You're saying you need this much money. Yeah, we get a little more experience, then we'll talk. But until then, not really being paid. I pay the students that work for me though, so I pay them. I mean, I don't pay them that much, but I pay them more than minimum wage, and it's under the table. So don't tell the IRS. Yeah, but the whole CRT panic is just a planned controversy to get Governor of Virginia voted in. I don't think that's true, because it's still a controversy because of Florida. The public institutions hated getting drawn into the controversy. Buzzwords are convenient. I agree, though. I agree with that. So what I know my city, so my city's kind of been famous. If you look up Temecula and you look up California, you're going to find a lot of articles written about our school board. And so I work with the public information officer, because he uses the videos I create for the Student of the Month program as a way to like take some of the heat out of it, because those board meetings, I've never been to them, but I've read about them. They sound just miserable because they just go on for like 4 or 5 hours. And people just get up there and screaming at the board and screaming back. And it's ugly. It's so ugly. I think the school board honestly would rather not the school board, but like the actual people that work for the districts, 95% probably say, not my class. And I got other shit to worry about than this nonsense. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I think it's a real thing though. It's just, I don't think it's just hyper centralized on Virginia, because hey, you go to my school, you're going to see a lot of it here. Did you hear what happened to the escapist? No. What happened to the escapist? Did he escape or did he not escape? Are you going to watch Napoleon? I was thinking about it. Is that a Christmas movie though? Seems like it'd be a 4-hour plus director's cut release for the internet. I don't think the cinema version will be any good. I don't know. Ridley Scott's an interesting director. He's been on both good and bad. He's just been. It's weird. He's kind of a very spotty efforts, I guess, spotty record. For the record, I liked House of Gucci was the last movie I watched of his. I liked House of Gucci a lot. I didn't like. I thought it ended. I thought it dragged on too long. So I liked parts of it, but I didn't like all of it. Anyhow, I remember somebody on one of the Facebook pages I follow, and this is what I got. Like this is when you learn you got to stop following some Facebook stuff. Is somebody took a shot from his movie The Last Duel, and he basically color corrected it. So he took out, it was an early morning blue hour, a blue hour shot, and he color corrected it so it would be back to like regular normal colors. And he said color grading, look at my color grading skills. And he used to show these two shots, and people were like some people were tearing them apart, like, dude, you made it worse. The blue hour evokes a mood and time, and your version just looks like blah. And then somebody were coming back, and of course some woman, because only women do this, woman's like, I can't believe how just angry and bitter the people in this forum are, and like, girl, just welcome to the internet. This is your first day here. Did you not know how creative fields internet work? Like, if you put stuff out there, you're gonna get attacked, even if it's the best quality. Leonardo da Vinci could put up the Mona Lisa up there and be like, dude, this is lame. That's the internet. And on top of that, this guy just took some a shot from a screenshot from a movie, and then like got rid of the blue cast. It's not exactly a really excellent color grading. Escapist implies they are both excellent at escaping and frequently confined. Good point. The fake Italian accents made Gucci House made it unwatchable. See, the thing about that movie though is I don't think you should be watching it with a. You shouldn't watch it thinking it's a good movie. Like, I watched it thinking it's a soap opera, melodramatic, over the top nonsense movie. I watch it in the same way I watched Cannibal. Was it Cannibal Amazons from the? I forgot the movie I watched last week. The cannibalistic Amazonian women from the Island of Death, Avocado Jungle of Death. That's what it was. Yeah, like House of Gucci is now like sit down and like, oh, we're gonna watch really. It's so silly. It's just so silly. School boards are in a different class. They are all green about education, not that bright. Yeah. So the other thing with school boards, here's the thing. They just hired a new superintendent. And the superintendent, there's a bunch of controversy over that. Because of course there isn't. So I guess some of the school board members didn't see the resume of the superintendent, but they hired him, and he's going to be hired if he passes the background check. It's like, okay. And then the end of the article said the school superintendent makes $300,000 a year. $300,000 a year. Like, whoa, why? $300,000. And the principals only make about $120,000 a year. Now, realize this is California. Like $120,000 is middle class in California. It's like, well, slightly better than middle class, upper middle class. But $300,000. So 3 years you're making $1 million to be a superintendent. I don't know what they do. I don't know what Super Nintendo Chalmers does. I mean, I do, because I deal with a lot of superintendents. They're figureheads, and they go around, they attend meetings, and they have to do a lot. But are they doing $300,000 worth of work? I feel like I need to be making closer to that. I don't know if I'm valuing myself at $300,000, but certainly over 100. And I'm not quite, well, depending on who you ask. If you ask the IRS, I don't make more than anything. But yeah, I'm not making that. I'm not even making 6 yet. I mean, on a good year, I might make 6, but not quite. Anyhow, certainly not from YouTube. On education, I'm old-fashioned, and said that parents had no business being there. Parents taught their child at home. If they put their children in schools, the teacher chooses what to teach. Yeah, to an extent, like how far does that carry over? Like, does the teacher have the right to basically molest kids? No, of course not. So there's definitely a line. they have to be drawn. And on top of that, like, how do you know what your teachers are teaching? Like, maybe what's about free choice? Like, I put my kids in school. I should probably shouldn't I have a choice? Like, okay, well, I want them to, learn from these guys. I trust this school district. Or maybe I'm Catholic. I want to send my kids to Catholic school. There should be some choice involved. Yeah, 300,000. That's more than I make in a week. Yeah, I know. Kidding. I don't know. I just don't. To get 300,000, and a lot of these people are doctorates, right? So, do you know the educational doctorate is like probably the easiest doctorate to get. It's basically like, I think it's like a 6-year program. The whole thing is like 6 years. You get your master's, you get your doctorate in like 2 or 3 years. It's not even. I don't know. What do you write a thesis on educational theory, and that's how you get awarded an EDD, erectile dysfunction doctorate, EDD. Watch now. One of the superintendents is going to watch this and like, John, we're going to cut ties with you because you don't think I'm worth $300,000 in Temecula's. That's our school district. And I thought the other school districts were like they're 230, 260. That to me is like, wow, those guys are barely making any money compared to the $300,000 this city. Hey, 300,000 and change, like 320. So it's a lot of money. Yeah, I guess it's true. High education has become high expense education. Yeah, they got a lot of student loans to pay off. They got a lot of student loans. What? John, with picking on education degrees. Watch it. Do you have an EDD? History enthusiast? Tell me how hard your EDD was. I mean, I'm genuinely curious. What did you write your EDD on? What is it? I want to know, history enthusiast. Tell me. All right. Well, any movies? I started watching the new season of All for All Mankind, and I totally I dig it. It's my jam. I totally. Oh, it's you, Tim. You have a master's. You don't have a doctorate. Doctorate's like that's the. Well, I mean, you can get a doctorate. It'll take you like a couple years, but give me a break. It's ridiculous how much money you guys make with the EDDDD. How much does your studio space put you back in LA these days? I'm not in LA, so I don't. Oh man, my motorcycles. I pay about $1,700 a month in this space right now. It's a 1,600 square foot industrial space. It's basically a big giant box. What if I want to get one? You get one, but it's going to be easy, Tim. It'll be easy. It's not like you have to like do any kind of real work. You just like make a bunch of bullshit about educational theory, and then here's your EDD. The Escapist parent company fired the Escapist editor-in-chief. And then the whole video team left, and Solidarity was fired, and then went to form Second Wind. I have no idea who or what the Escapist is. I gotta look this up real quick. Escapist, an outlet dedicated to providing readers and viewers smart coverage. Oh, okay. Video games and geek culture. Okay. I don't know who they are. Oh, history enthusiasts, you're getting worked up because I make fun of your EDDs, your erectile dysfunction doctorates. You guys in your erectile dysfunction doctorate. I mean, it's not like you're an MD or even a PhD or a physics PhD. Those guys have to work. Or biology PhD. It's an EDD. It's an EDD of all things. John Heff moved to the Isle of Man. I prefer the Isle of Women. All right, that's terrible. Put that up there. Fall of the House of Usher. Fall of the House of Usher was a bit Allan Poe style. Okay, so let's talk about real quick the show For All Mankind. Season 4 of All Mankind. I really kind of dig the beginning of it. basically we jump now to the 90s and late 90s, no, 2000s actually, because actually the little montage of history shows you that they had the Y2K problem like devastated the International Space Station. So the one point I wanted to say was that I was watching the show, and what bothered me, and it not necessarily bothered me in a bad way. I forgot my keyboard sucks. For All Mankind. So there's an actress named Ren Schmidt. She's a redheaded actress, and she plays one of like the former NASA head of NASA commissioner. And in the year 2000, she'd be in her 60s, 70s, and they make her look so old. And my God, it feels almost criminal what they did to her. Like, okay, she's only 40 years old, which is my age, a little younger than me. She's very beautiful, and she's very, very good looking. She's a redheaded girl, very, very gorgeous, but man, they just make her super old in this show. Like, it's ridiculous how old they make. Like, no one gets that kind of treatment. Like, no one gets hit that hard, besides Ren Schmidt. So good for her. I appreciate her commitment to the role and looking as aged as she does in the show. Although I think she probably looks younger than what she would be in real life. She would have been probably like in her 70s or 80s. She looks like she's only in her 60s or late 60s, 70s. But yeah. So when I kept watching the show, and I kept watching her and thinking, she can't be that old. And I look her up on the internet. She's freaking gorgeous. Like, she's super pretty. But they just do her dirty. They do her for the character. What is going on out there? It's like some sort of motorcycle. Anyhow. Watched the 2 episodes too. I didn't watch the second one yet. Should be called For All People Kind in Canada. Is that what it's become? I have a DFS, a doctorate in forbidden sciences from the Subgenius Foundation, and I'm good. See, that's actually probably more than an EDD. Like, EDD is just erectile dysfunction doctorate, but the doctorate of forbidden sciences, you have to slay a monster in order to get that. What are the USSR going to her after the manifestation? I don't know. I just watched the first episode. I just saw her getting the card, and I didn't see anything after that. I just saw that. Any books lately? No in terms of like actual books, but I've been working on my. We're talking about doing the cinematography course next year, so we saw this textbook, the cinematography textbook that was suggested. And neither my boss or I had seen it before, so I ended up buying it. It's called Cinematography. I'm going to look it up real quick so I can just make you a suggestion here. For theory, I think it's Cinematography Theory and Practice. Yeah. Cinematography Theory and Practice for Cinematographers and DP Directors, 4th edition, by Blaine Brown. And this book has got the picture of the Joker on the cover, and I believe a shot from... I'm not sure what movie that. Maybe that's from the. I don't know. I want to say Goodfellas, but I'm probably wrong on that. But I was like, actually a pretty good book. I'll be honest, pretty good book, and I think I'm gonna use it for the class. I'm gonna actually force kids to read this book, like chapter to chapter, because it's actually, you know what sold me on it was there's a whole section about dynamic range. And uses the same kind of graphs that I was using in my dynamic range video. And those graphs I did, like, I didn't know. I came up with those independently. I didn't see those done anywhere else. And the fact that this book has that same approach and philosophy toward that graph, I'm not saying they copied me, because I don't think they did. They just presented it in a way that actually is true and makes sense. And it also provides a little even more detail than I went into. So I would definitely recommend this book. It's the... damn, dude. They're really going to town next door. It's Cinematography Theory and Practice. Cinematography theory and practice. All right. I probably need to shut the stream down here because those guys are just annoying the crap out of me. All right. Someone saw a man with a camera in the parking lot live blogging, and the bikers started gathering. Yeah, exactly. Jeez. History enthusiasts, you will pay for the slander against my educational community. Mark my words. Mark my words. What are you gonna do? Throw your dissertations at me? You're gonna roll up your little doctorate degrees and start like beating me with them with, oh, I can't believe you. I can't believe you. You made fun of my doctorate that I paid $100,000 for, and now I make $300,000 for doing jack squat. We know each other. That's why I'm gonna make fun of him. All right, or it's just the truth. I'm just being completely honest, and you're saying that. You see, at least if I come at you with a C-stand, that's gonna hurt. You know, like the video guys, don't mess with them. They got heavy gear. The grip folks. You ever see Disney's The Black Hole? I watched it last night. Kind of lousy. Ah, shoot. Well, sorry about that. But no, I haven't watched The Black Hole. And if I did, it probably wouldn't be kid friendly. They gave me a book recently, but I cannot find a way to turn it on. Oh, that book? Maybe. I think it's pretty. I get your joke. I get your joke. You got me good. Man, Hell's Angels really is coming after me today, aren't they? Good Lord. I'm a little asshole. I'm a little asshole. All right. You once said that like Twisted and Weird shit. So you ever watched Too Old to Die Young or Copenhagen Cowboy yet? Both absolutely must watches. No, I have not seen any of those. Well, so you gotta remember when I say weird shit, I mean comically bad movies. I don't mean like actually weird shit. I mean movies like Death or Showgirls even. Too Old to Die Young. It's a miniseries. Oh, with Winding Refn. Well, see, Winding Refn's not like weird shit. He's just like weird. I want to see that movie, the new movie by the guy that made Lobster and stuff like that with Emma Stone. What's that movie? Copenhagen Cowboy is another television series by Nicholas Wind. You just like the Refn stuff, don't you? I'm looking for what's that one Emma Stone movie? The Unwanted or something like that. I mean, she just looks terrible in that movie, but it might be fun. Where Poor Things. That'll probably be in hit the theater, right? Release date December 8th. Okay, so that's still a ways away. I'm gonna go see Poor Things. How have I been doing? I'm doing better now that some things are working. History says, I hired a local biker gang to teach you a lesson. Smackdown, you've been talking. You gotta get that C-stand ready, John. Absolutely. Ready for you when you're ready. I'm going to live stream the beatdown as I take down your little doctorate degree, folks. Still running. I got half a battery left, so I guess the battery will last, about an hour or about 2 hours. Still live streaming. And believe it or not, still here, still getting that stream nice and full. That's pretty cool. I love it. Nice little stress test. Wasn't Black Hole a 70s movie? Probably. I don't know. All right. 2:30. I'm thinking I've been on here for like an hour, right? Which do you prefer? Crappy first-time auteur amateur film without understanding proper technique, audio framing, or polished, boring Hollywood film with great production value? Good question. It depends if the crappy first-time amateur film has a heart, I guess. But let's put it that way. Like if it had a really good like heart to it, then I'd rather watch the crappy first-time amateur film. But if it's a crappy first-time amateur film pretending to be a serious like moving artistic piece, then I'd rather watch the boring Hollywood film, because at least the boring Hollywood film would be at least pleasant to watch. Like I've had to sit through some very crappy first time amateur films, and they were that were pretentious in an attempt to be a statement about what it means to be in the underbelly of Philadelphia in the drug traffic world, and it was just miserable. It's a miserable experience. However, if it was like a first time amateur scrappy film and it was like trying to be entertaining and fun, you know, I would forgive all of the proper technique, audio framing, and all that crap. Have I watched Loki season 2? I'll answer one question. I'll answer that question in the with the reference that I dumped Disney Plus after She-Hulk. Literally turned off that garbage dump after She-Hulk. I said, "You're gonna treat me like this with She-Hulk. I'm out. I'm out." So no Marvel since She-Hulk, except for like Spider-Man stuff. And then we'll all watch Deadpool 2. Tell me how the Hallmark Channel makes any money. I think the nice thing about Hallmark Channel, basically, I think they front load all the money. No one needs to actually watch the thing. They make their money on the advertisers, and the advertisers say, "Oh, you Hallmark Channel, you probably got a lot of like lonely women, women that are sitting there eating their ice cream." And I mean, this is a terrible stereotype, but women that are, you know, whatever women, and we want to appeal to women, so pay us $65,000 for this ad for this during the Hallmark season, and so they make all their money before it even airs. That's how they make their money. Will you ever do the review thing with the people material sent you? I tried to for a while, and then the first one I did just got so little response. Like so little response. I know maybe you sent me some more stuff, but like I don't know if people want to watch that. It's so there's a lot. I mean, there's not. I mean, it's an effort to put them together, but the reward on my end for people or people watching them or even appreciating them, it just feels so low. Like people like see it and like they turn off. They don't even want to watch those. But if you want me to talk about like She-Hulk, or you want me to talk about whatever the newest Marvel property is and share the exact same opinion that you can get 10 other places, then hell, those do really well. But hey, you know, want me to kind of give you guys some tips about what you guys are doing, maybe help you guys become better filmmakers, you know, that kind of stuff. No one's going to click on that shit. I'm not blaming you guys. You guys are the ones that are here. This is you. All 20 of you are here that are watching the stream. 28 of you, all dozens of it. There are dozens, literally dozens of us. You know, you guys are the true believers. It's just like YouTube is, you know, I put a video, I'll try to make these quotient points and quotient, that's not even a word. Try to make actual points and it just, they flail. They're so sad on how bad they do. But that's to be expected because that's the way. I mean, it's a lesson I've learned over and over again with Filmmaker IQ. It's like you can put out. It's all about popularity. Like you can literally put out you could any one of you guys could make a movie and it would be. Let's say it's objectively the best movie. Like everyone says, it's absolutely the best movie they've ever seen. But it has no stars. You're not famous. And no one that's famous champions it. It will go nowhere because that doesn't matter. It's about popularity. It's all about popularity. Count for Comments says Hallmark gets lambasted a lot. I found they have heart, even if they only watch 10 minutes of them. But thankfully, thinking they are too cheesy for my taste. I agree with you totally. Like I would never bemoan anybody that worked on a Hallmark movie or a sci-fi movie or any of that. And Hallmark, you know, they got my girl. That girl, Winnie from the Wonder Years. She does a lot of Hallmark stuff, and I like her. I follow her on Instagram. She's really cute, but she's a little too, you know, it's a little too goody two shoes for my taste sometimes. I get it, you know, but it's okay. You can live with that. I can live with that. Oh, could you handle that if you were married to Winnie from the Wonder Years, and like you were. You were married to her and like, okay, well now she has to go do a movie in Bermuda with this hunky guy for the Hallmark Channel. And you're like, okay. Oh, that's okay. You know, she's going to go on. Okay. Well, then she's going to go do another movie in beautiful Maine during fall with another hunky guy who's supposed to be her lover. Okay. Oh, she's going to go. I don't know. I think I'd be super jealous. Super jealous. 24.7 people or a decent number of live viewers. Thank you. Well, it's good enough for a little bit of a banter back and forth. So it's enough where people can have a little conversation without like having the stream just go blah, 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 all through. I thought I was going to have a crew gig with Hallmark movie a couple months ago. Only found out I didn't when I saw the casting calls. That sucks. Now I'm afraid to watch She-Hulk on Disney Plus. Be very afraid. So, just to tell you what happened with She-Hulk, I am obviously a fan of the legal world. She-Hulk writers apparently are not familiar with such legal world. And so I thought, hey, the first episode of She-Hulk, she's kind of like, I can do anything. I'm She-Hulk. I'm a woman. I can do anything I want. I'm the best. I am way better than you. You know, I'm way better at handling this than you. Ed Norton Part 2. What's his name? Hulk Man, whatever the alter ego of Hulk is. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But I'm infinitely more capable of handling my emotions because I'm a woman. Hear me roar. And I thought to myself, well, this is a typical storyline. The hero at the beginning is overconfident, needs to learn that she maybe can't handle it all herself, and she needs help from her friends. You've seen that story a million times in superheroes. It's a very common trope, right? Nope. Screw that. No, she's just a woman and she's just the best there is. And then on top of that, here's where they lost me. The copyright episode. The copyright episode. The copyright episode. When this other chick superhero thing sues She-Hulk for using the name She-Hulk because of copyright infringement. When if you were not an idiot, you would know that a name is not copyright protected, you dumb idiots. I was about to curse and call her a sexist name, but I held back. The name She-Hulk is not copyright protected. It is trademark protected, you dumb piece of shit. That's when I turned off Disney Plus. That's when I said, flushed it down the toilet. I don't really care about the twerking. The twerking is fine. I don't care. It's silly. That wouldn't have done it for me. The copyright episode was what I had an issue with. Like, couldn't even get that. And then she's supposedly a lawyer, and she's like, oh, what am I going to do? Oh, copyright. It's so copyright. That was sexist, folks. That, if I have anything to apologize, I do want to sincerely apologize for the words I used and for the expressions I used, because I might have offended some women out there that didn't understand. Women lawyers who were apparently the best lawyers in the world didn't understand that a copyright and a trademark were two separate things. Yeah. What would Hulk Hogan say? What would Hulk Hogan say? Ooh. No, that's what's his. That's Randy Macho Man Savage. Oh yeah, busting the Slim Jim. Yeah. All right, history enthusiast knows that. I don't plan to watch She-Hulk, but at least Liana Kay said the show was supposed to be relatable and targeted toward professional. Oh my god, I hope not. I haven't seen Liana Kay in a long time. Really? Is that what she thinks? Well, I mean, I guess it was supposed to be, but my God. It's... I would hope professional women are competent. Maybe they're not. I don't know. Like most hetero men are not expected to like Shinjuro Yae anime. All right. Yeah, it's true, I guess. I don't know. I think that's kind of I think that's a cop out though. It's like it's a cop out. Well, you're not in the target demographic, therefore you don't understand. Yeah, I'm not in the target demographic because I have a brain. No, I'm a teacher. I freaking people submit videos to me all the time where if I could only enjoy them from a certain perspective, then I would have a very miserable time. I can appreciate all. I can definitely watch a chick flick and get it. Maybe I can't. Hey, Jack Ripper, you didn't get a notification? I put it out like 20 minutes. Like it was out there for 20 minutes and stuff. It's weird. YouTube, that's YouTube, man. That's YouTube for you. I prefer the Pink Panther instead of Hulk. I think I agree with that. Waiting for the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Is that the Hunger Games thing? I never got into Hunger Games, so, Look, well, I don't know. I guess it's true. So to a certain extent, like I never watched Hunger Games, so I wouldn't watch the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes and expect to enjoy it because it's like, well, I don't get it. I'm not in, and I can get that part of it. But She-Hulk, I'm into law. I'm into superheroes, I'm into the Marvel universe. I'm fine. I could watch Ally McBeal and like Ally McBeal. I could watch a quirky female thing. She-Hulk was just dumb. It's just dumb. It's like that ending of the Glass Onion. It's all so dumb. Yeah. The last two sentences are my thoughts on what she meant. The show is probably not great to begin with in the wrong audience. It's absolutely shite. Shite. Anyhow, hope I'm well. I'm not doing badly. Screw back and you'll watch me go for a walk, and it'll be really cool. What's the best shitty movie I've ever seen? It is Hard Night in Hawaii. Hard Night in Hawaii. Absolutely the best scene ever. With a blow-up doll. Awesome. Actually, that was the best scene. It wasn't the best movie. Maybe the best shitty movie would be a Neil Breen movie, because some of those are just god-awful. I remember you liked Barbie movie, John, so She-Hulk crowd would approve of that. I know, that's the thing. I appreciated Barbie. I didn't love it, but I liked it. I miss talking about Barbie. I miss talking about Barbie movie. At least it was fun to talk about. Like I could listen, I could pull up different people's opinions and see all kinds of different opinions on it. Now it's like, oh, did you hear how Marvel's ate it? Who cares? Hard Ticket to Hawaii. Yep, it's got the best scene. It's not the best movie because a lot of it's kind of dull. The ending scene's pretty good. The blow up doll scene is awesome. But yeah. Okay, the Jennifer Lawrence film No Hard Feelings nude beach fighting scene had to be CGI supplemented, or maybe but not. It's super flattering. Jennifer Lawrence, what do you think? I think she just did her. I don't think it was CGI augmented. Man, oh man. Wow, Jesus Christ. I don't think it was augmented because I think she looked like a typical woman for her age to look. Well, not typical. She looked like a great looking woman for her age. I think she's pretty good looking, so I'm pretty sure she's good. She-Hulk is closer to Lipstick Jungle, Downton Abbey, and Desperate Housewives. I already felt no. Definitely not Downton Abbey, because Downton Abbey's Downtown Abbey. Downton Abbey is actually somewhat smart. Desperate Housewives, I don't know. She-Hulk doesn't have nearly the melodramatic aspect to it. Like She-Hulk is just dumb. It's sort of like we're too cool to make a real melodrama. We're too cool for that. We're like too cool for making a real melodrama. So we're just going to be cool and do our own thing. And we just don't take it seriously. We just don't take it seriously at all. Like people caring about stuff. Who cares? I don't want to write stuff like that. I just want to write like I'm pretending to like maybe make the first act happen. And then people just fuck it and just be done with it. And that's what they call She-Hulk. Because She-Hulk is like that. Oh, God. Nick Cage making a killing. He needs to pay those taxes. Well, that new Nick Cage movie looked kind of fun. The new one, like the new comedy he's in, that looked kind of interesting. I'll go see it if I ever get some time. I never saw Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. We're kind of interested in that one. Dream Scenario. Is that the new one? A24? Yeah. Let's go watch. I want to watch that one. Why not? What else are we saying here? All right, back to your comments before I get going and do something else. If I were to watch She-Hulk out of curiosity, though, how much should I? If I were to watch She-Hulk out of curiosity, though, how much should I, though? If you don't like, I have a particular sore spot around copyright, in that I really hate the fact that no one understands it at all. So when you have a show like She-Hulk, just do that again on me. It personally offends me harder than it would to you, because you may not have that particular disgust for it. So you know, you might think of it as more trifling, like a trifle of not importance, of fluff. And, you know, and that's probably what it is. But for me, it was a mortal insult. What kind of hog do I ride? Don't call her that, dude. She's got a name. Dream Scenario. Yeah, Dream Scenario. The bikers are starting to get loud in Detroit. The sun's just going down and it's still nice out. Yeah, it's not bad. So I'm going to, a couple days, tomorrow I'm going to go up to Denver just for the hell of it. Oh, we're almost out of battery, so that's how long it lasts. We keep that in mind. So I'm going to take this with me and maybe do a live stream from out in Denver. Hopefully, I'm going to try to see if we can go out in either the nature. I'll see how our signal is when we get back far out there. But we'll see. I'll do a live stream in Colorado. Rocky Mountain High. The Colorado Rocky Mountain High. Something in the sky. I gotta sing the song now. So my mom was a big John Denver fan, because apparently in Taiwan, she used to play Country Road on the radio, on the jukebox, like all the time when she was dating my dad or something like that. So I got her this Rocky Mountain High, the John Denver collection songs. And, you know, I like it. It's growing on me, and I didn't realize John Denver was German. His real name is like John. What's his real? Let me pull this up here. Lyrics. John Denver's real name. Yeah, my keyboard. John Denver, real name. John Denver's real name is Henry John Duschendorf Jr. So he's literally he's like a hardcore German guy, right? And then I found out about how he died. He died in flying an experimental airplane. What they mean by experimental airplane is basically an airplane that's not like in the manufacturing stage. So it's kind of just like designed by a bunch of people, you know, but it's not like fully tested. So I think part of the problem with the airplane was that the fuel selector was on the wrong side, or was on the weird side. He couldn't get to it. So I forget. I mean, you can probably correct me, but he literally was flying, didn't have the proper weight, and just like flipped over and just boom, straight into the ground. That's how he died. So, yeah. Where is it? Rocky Mountain High. Colorado, Rocky Mountain High. I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Talk to God and listen to the casual reply. Rocky Mountain High. Colorado, Rocky Mountain High. So yeah, I'm going to Colorado. I'm going to get I'm going to get Rocky Mountain High. I don't even know what I'm saying. Is it legal in Colorado? I think it is. Get seriously Rocky Mountain High. I used the Sony A7. I missed that long ago. That's true. You want to get a Cine Mod parafocal lens? Cool. Yes, you should definitely get one. definitely. It's worth, especially for a zoom lens. Yeah, definitely get that. What kind of crotch rocket do you mean? Sorry, what kind of crotch rocket? Don't call her that, dude. She's not a crotch. She's a human being. Her name is Trixie. John Denver is timeless. His songs still hold up. Last name is Dusseldorf. Yep. Exactly. I'm not planning to watch it. I do find it funny that men on YouTube who knew they would hate it suffered through it because they make a living bashing it. Yeah, that's the thing. Well, that's the thing with She-Hulk, Barbie, anything, Marvels, even. I get tired of watching that. Like I'd rather hear an interesting, nuanced take than just hear the same guys just getting angry about whatever. John Denver was also high. He might have been, actually. I'm not sure. You should watch Robin Hood series being made in Canada, John. Okay. Oh, the Robin. Oh, yeah, that one. I know what you're talking about, Tim. I know. I see your trap. Is there now a train whistle next door? God. Tim sent over all the bikers and the train enthusiasts. Denver's father's a very experienced pilot. He said he was leaving on a jet plane. He's leaving on a jet plane. I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be home again. I was born in Dusseldorf, and that is why they called me Wolf. Dum 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 boom. Don't be stupid. Be a smarty. Come and join the Democrat Party. Call back from yesterday. All right. Rocky Mountain High is the official theme song of Colorado. Is it? That's pretty good. The altitude will get you without the weed. That's what I'm hoping. I want to check out the Meow Wolf installation there. The junction something. The time dimension junction. So I'm going to get there tomorrow. What's really annoying is, man, oh man, that the parking at the airport is going to cost half as much as the plane ticket. It's like, geez, just a park. Now, I could get cheaper parking, but it's like, but I got to park like far away and take their shuttle, which I don't know. I don't trust it. I had to get there like 4:30 in the morning, so it's going to be really early tomorrow morning for me. Robin Hood sounds like a drama channels are scraping the barrels. It does look interesting, though. Yeah, a Saturday night in Toledo, Ohio. I'm not sure what that is. That's not a John Denver song. I think the last song on the album, which is probably my guilty pleasure, is on what was it? I Love Being a Country Boy. That song. Because it's like one of those pitter patter songs. That like Gilbert and Sullivan. Although that's not a fair comparison. It's definitely not a Gilbert and Sullivan song. I love being a country boy. Like let's actually get it out in there. Like, you know how like nowadays the country songs, thank God I'm a country boy. Like lyrics. Like a lot of modern country artists have songs like how they love being like a country person, and that they're just full of shit. Like your cowboy boots have no dirt on them. You don't know. You live in Nashville in a nice cozy house. Like, you don't have any tie to actually redneck American kind of backwater stuff, But even though Dusseldorf here was straight up pretending to be a cowboy, this song actually legitimately feels like an actual like ode to country life. Well, life on the farm is kind of laid back, and ain't much an old country boy like me can't hack. It's early to rise, early to sack. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, the simple kind of life never did me no harm. Raised in a family and working on the farm. The days in the life filled with the easy charm. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got my fine wine. I got my fine wife. I got my old fiddle. I got old something up, and I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. Anyhow, Just had to do that. I had to get a little bit of that out. Had to get it out of me. Now I can go back to being my comfortable city life. City life. How do German kids tie their shoes in little Nazis? God. That's going to get me demonetized right there. Just that joke. Oh, I'm going to lose out my 5 cents on this stream. Tip for the guy in the Cine lenses, the A7S II. Look for vintage DSL lenses like FD mount. Either get that or get yourself a PL mount with some Zeiss K35s. There you go. I was looking at, so somebody on the Reddit channel was talking about these lens adapters that go on. I wish I remember the name of them. They kind of fascinate me a little bit. They basically go on the end of a lens, and it's like a speed booster, only it's not a speed booster. It basically creates that halo and halation effect. And the designer came out with 3 versions, and you can kind of dial in how much halation and blur they generate. Blur is not the correct word for it, but I forget the name of the thing, and it got me fascinated by that. It got me fascinated, and I was like, oh, I should get, because like my work has been leaning toward very sharp stuff, and I see people's work, and it's like, wow, that's cool. It's like soft, and it's defocused. The edge focus isn't really that good, but it's kind of cool. I kind of like it. Yeah, like the Zeiss K35s, right? So I think that's one of the lenses, the old Canon FD mounts. I think they were talking about, and I didn't know Grandma's Feather Bed. That was not on the album, so I don't think I've heard of that one. Grandma's Feather Bed. I'll have to check that one out. Let's hear a little bit before I get demonetized. Is that a fast song? Yeah, cool. I love it. I'll check it out. Well, I got my fine wife. I got my old fiddle. The sun's coming up. I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny riddle. That and the other one, which was like Cotton Eye Joe, right? Like Cotton Eye Joe. I really like Cotton Eye Joe, but then you find out that Cotton Eye Joe is written by like a Swedish person. Right? Let's look up Cotton Eye Joe. Man, my freaking neighbors, dude. I swear to God. Cotton Eye Joe. And it wasn't Cotton Eye Joe. Rednecks with an X, but it's like a Swedish Euro dance. It's Europeans making fun of us Yanks. If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd be married a long time ago. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from? Cotton Eye Joe. See, the lyrics aren't nearly as interesting. As thank God I'm a country boy. But the beat's pretty awesome. I remember there was one girl that would ask me out to go to the country line dance, and that wasn't like ask me on a date, but like she wanted somebody to go with her to country line dancing at the Stampede. They call it Stampede, which sounds awful like a country line western bar to you. That screams country western bar, right? So, and that's when I first experienced Cotton Eye Joe was at the Stampede trying to do, and I found out I am not good at line dancing. I cannot do line dancing. This thing's got yellow, so I think that means we're going to be ready to shut it down. 32 people on this stream. Why are you watching this garbage? No, it's not garbage. It's the greatest stream ever made right here, and only 32 people are experiencing it. Have you already commented on Old Dads? Nope. I don't even know what Old Dads is. What is Old Dads? I'm not an old dad. I'm not that old. Old Dads. Bill Burr. Oh, cool. Bill Burr, Bobby Cannavale, Bokeem Winbine, Rachel Harris. Rachel Harris still getting work. Still looks the same. I like Rachel Harris. Old Dads. Let's check it out. What do you want us to watch? Remakes? I know. Any dance is a line dance if you bring cocaine. That's true. John Denver's saddest song is Matthew with a Twinge of Hope and Happiness. Interesting. So 13% Rotten Tomatoes on that 90% A for the Bill Burr comedy. Well, that means you gotta watch it. Are we talking about Black Mist Pro? No, I'm talking about. I wish I could remember. It's an actual lens device that goes between the lens. Let's see. This I saw on Reddit, and Arri is offering one too. It's a lens. Lens. I want to say filter adapter look of K35 lens. It's not actually a filter. It's actually the tuner. Is that it? Yeah. The tuner by Module 8, the world's first variable look cine lens camera. Module 8 might sound right. Vari-Look, emulate classic lenses. It comes with 3 varieties. Yeah. Canon, let's see. No, I don't think it was but it's like the tuner by Module 8. It's kind of like that. There's a moment there. No, it is. It's Module 8. Moment. Yeah, I think Moment. I want to say this is the one. Let me play a little bit of this preview. No. Yeah, it does. This is it. So L1 tuner, that's what I was looking at, the L1s. The Module 8 L1, L2 tuners. And it kind of got me like, oh, this looks interesting. But I'm like, $1,200, $1,300. And considering my clients aren't the kind that are going to want that look anyway, so I can't justify it as an expense. I could justify it as like, I want to shoot that way, but I can't call it that. Yeah, so Module 8 is what I'm talking about. Why are we watching this garbage? Because we are trash. The stream is our trash can. I'm the goat of live streams. Oh, according to you. Because you like Doctor Strangelove. That's the reason why. This whole thing is built like Doctor Strangelove. I'm broadcasting from a tunnel, from a mine shaft. That's what I'm. It's not a glimmer glass. I don't know what. So it's designed by an actual optical designer. But what it does, I'm not sure. I think what it does is like just defocuses the lens. Like it just. I think it actually just maybe like changes the actual the focusing. Obviously, it changes some sort of distances, right? Because it sits between the lens itself and the camera. I couldn't tell you, but it creates this kind of maybe probably a little bit of halation. I don't know. I don't even tell you what it is. Variable look zoom attachment, cinema grade optical class, EF mount, supported lens brands Canon, Tamron, inspired by the Canon K35. So I don't know. Check it out. Let me know what you think of it. I was curious about it. How much do the K35s go for? I could rent K35 lenses. How much is just to rent them? Let's see. Oh, this site doesn't tell me how K35 lenses cost. So K35 Boca rentals, if I wanted to do a set, was $2,800 or $2,800. Share Grid, I can get it for $1,200 for a prime lens set. I mean, that's not for a whole set. That's not that bad. Bokeh rentals. Let's see. K35s. Just add to cart. Why not? These are PL mounts. Add to cart. Where's my cart? How much is it going to cost me? Check out. Let's just check out right now. Nope, they don't tell me anything. All right. I don't know, but they're probably not cheap. So this is a $1,200 thing. It's supposed to give you that look of the K35s. I don't know. part of me wants to get more involved with this kind of level of cinematography. I just don't have the time right now. Or word salad. I can no longer sit back and allow the communist infiltration, communist indoctrination, communist subversion, and international communist conspiracy to sap and purify all our precious bodily fluids. Exactly. I'm sick of that shit. The neighbors are yelling at each other. My God, what the fuck is going on over there? Size K35s are a set of 5 are 80,000 pounds, and that's awfully heavy, man. Just kidding. I know you're funny, money. K35s are renowned for the gentle fall off and beautiful rendition of skin tones like most vintage lenses. There you go. I just finished a long walk location scouting. Now I'm sitting in a restaurant with headphones. Sadly, live CC does not exist, so I can't. Oh, dang it. Are you pro or con red cameras? I am indifferent, honestly. I just don't care. $200,000 for purchase? My God. Well, I won't be buying any of those. That's why you spend your $1,300 to get the K35 knockoff. Almost out of power, this thing. This thing's dying. All right. Gentlemen, you can't fight here. It's the war room. Absolutely. Barlow lens can increase the magnification and allow a short focal lens telescope to achieve the maximum usable power. Quite true. South Park is on HBO Max. That's what I thought. But why is that one episode on Paramount Plus? It's so weird. Then I ended up watching part of the South Park 25-year concert that they did in Denver. And I'm like, I'm going to there. All right. Anyhow. Bullet hates red cameras. Well, if you work with them, maybe that's why you hate them. I've never worked with a red camera, so like, I don't care. Whatever happened to stockings? You can now actually buy the filter. That's the stocking. Like, there's actually a filter where it's supposed to recreate the look of nylon stocking. It might actually have nylon stocking in the filter itself. Ari or Sony guy here all the way. I think I would just, if you told me, hey John, here's all the money in the world to make your movie, but you got to pick a camera, either red or Ari, I would just say Ari. Just like, well, that's what everyone else shoots on Ari. Let's just go with that. That's half the cost of a house. But yeah, it depends on what kind of house, too. I saw that K35's mentioned a film shooter. Still amazes me how pricey rehoused old lenses and video can get. Oh, no kidding. Yep. All right. Well, I think I better get going. It's 3:18. I've streamed from 2 sources for what, an hour and a half, 2 hours? When did I start? I don't even remember. Where's my YouTube studio? There it is. I've been on for 2 hours. Yeah, that's pretty good. So this thing will last at least 2 hours. That's some serious hardcore effing going on next door. And quick, Minuteman John there, just the one and done. He's done. All right. That's the live stream for 33 people. Max people, 5 chats. That's not too bad. Or bad dentist. It's true. Yep. That is really, really annoying. Has my experience with Paramount Plus been better? Yeah, I think Paramount Plus is better than Disney Plus. Well, Paramount Plus is not, they're not trying to destroy my hopes and dreams as much as Disney Plus did. And there's stuff I can watch on, because I also wanted to watch, yeah, that's loud, no kidding. I want to watch Yellowstone, because I keep people telling you need to watch Yellowstone. Like, all right, I'll watch Yellowstone eventually. And, yeah, there's my chance. All right, I'm going to go, I'm going to probably turn shit off here, and hopefully next door neighbors aren't not going to freaking kill themselves over there. Do they limit their library too? They all do. It's annoying. They all limit their library. Evil on Paramount Plus is worth the time? Okay, we'll check that out. All right, guys, that will do it for me. I need to go get some more stuff packed up. Go buy some stuff. Go buy a new keyboard, and go buy I'm going to buy some SodaStream CO2. That'll be fun. That is lovely. Yeah, that's why partly why I'm leaving here. All right, guys. We'll probably see you like tomorrow or probably tomorrow maybe. I'm gonna try live streaming from Rocky Mountain High, Colorado, Rocky Mountain High. So, all right, guys. We will see you later. Ciao, ciao. Bye.